All right, all right. Hmm. So, how y'all doing? What's up? Happy Gunday Funday. Uh, Super Bowl. What's up, Cardinal for Life? What's up, Jason Rain? We got Rational Routine. Sup? What up? Chilling. Having a good day. Living the dream like always. We've got Anthony Gonzalez. Yeah, KC all the way. Good for them. Not a huge football nut. What's up, CB? But I did watch it, and watched KC come back from 10 under the fourth corner. So congratulations to Kansas City for bringing it home after 50 years. 50 years. That's pretty impressive. It almost reminds me of the Chicago Cubs going almost like 100 years. Yeah, the halftime was Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. Definitely an interesting set of events. I was like, well, hey now. So yeah, yeah, I'm tired too. I'm always tired. Babies make me tired. I just realized that kids are a lot of work. They they put you on their schedule, not vice versa. They're not on your schedule. They make their own schedule. So we got Cardinal for life. He's out in Missouri, and we're gonna get into this. Uh, we're gonna talk about it. What's up, Dizzy Bell? What up? What up? And yeah, February is gonna be a great month. Got a few things planned. Um, February 8th, it's coming up next Saturday. This coming Saturday, up in Rainbow Springs, Denellen, Florida. There's going to be an open carry camping gathering, and then we have a bunch of guest speakers. And at the guest speakers, there is no open carry because it's not attached to the campground. But we have, I believe, there's like 10 or 11 guest speakers coming from across the state. So definitely, definitely something that if you can make the time, show up. It's going to be worth it. After this video is posted, I will put a link. I'm not 100%. The link is a complete public link, so I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I will try to give you information on it, but it is coming. Yeah, what's up, Orlando's Voice Transparency? And I want to say thank you for everybody that's gone over to Orlando's Voice Transparency, got to his channel, subscribed. He's got a lot of good content, a lot of other videos coming out as well. So definitely stay tuned to his channel. And yeah, and so we've got February 8th. I am planning something at a nice, I think, a new secret spot. That's going to be in February 21st. Or it's not the 21st. It's going to be a weekday. I can't. It's the second or third weekend of February. That's going to be the next one. I've got two open carry for the month. I've got some other politician meetings to go to. I think there is one Moms Demand Action gathering or event they're having. I will be going, I believe, to that as well. So I've got quite a few things planned for the month of February. I'm trying to stay active. I have been giving, some of those. If you haven't noticed, I've been posting some other people's videos, and if you know some videos or know anything, shoot me an email. I have gotten a few, and I have looked at some of them. I will look at just about anything. And we got Veritas, Libertad, Liberbit. I'm not how to, I know it's French or something, so I'm American, and I just don't know how to pronounce that. But he's always hanging out. We're just going to call him Veritas for tonight. What's up, Rice Krispies? Another good channel. Get on to Rice Krispies. He's got an amazing First Amendment audit channel. Um, yeah, really cool guy. I haven't had the chance to go audit with them or with Wright's Krispies, but I have gone out with Rogue Nation and James Madison audits. So I do dabble in First Amendment stuff, but it's not what I do. I normally go out and I do the open carry, but I believe in accountability as well, and when I'm looking for public records or anything like that, and no, that's going to be another thing. You're going to see a few more records requests, um, body cam footage. Body cam footage. I've got, I think, 3 different body cams and video footage coming to me, and I believe I'm going to be picking most of those up over the next week. So you'll see a lot of body cam footage. There are going to be certain videos you're going to see. It may not be directly related to open carry, but it's going to be related to either incidents I know about or incidents that I've been involved with, and I will be releasing those videos as soon as I get them. So like you always do, most of y'all stay tuned. I've gained a lot of new subscribers over the last few weeks, which is truly amazing. I normally make a couple $100 a month. This month, between a couple videos, I made almost double what I normally make. So I thank you all for watching and sharing and getting that information, all that content out there, and letting people know about my channel. So I'm still in the process of working with Susan, and I've been trying to get in touch with her and trying to talk with her back and forth, and we keep missing each other. As soon as I can get her on the channel and get her firearm, I will move on to the next one. And the next one was a 20,000 subscriber giveaway. So that being said about the giveaway, I will be releasing that. I should be able to get this all squared away with her very soon. I'm really hoping by mid part of February everything will be squared away and she'll be good. But then I'll go right into the next giveaway, which is going to be a complete upper. And I did a poll. Let me gonna have to break out the phone, because when I did the poll, I wanted to know what people wanted, and it's not about me. If it was me, I'd pick whatever I wanted, and that'd be the end of that. But this isn't about me. These giveaways are for you. It's not for me, and that's why I say it's like, once I can get Susan taken care of, she had there was a family emergency that happened over the holiday, and then when I spoke to her last, I think we've just been missing each other in the communications, which is, it happens, but I am trying to get that to her before I move on, because I don't want to just move on and without giving her her firearm. The last time I checked, when I hit 20,000, I was going to give away either a AR pistol upper or an AR rifle upper, and 61% wanted the 16-inch barrel. So I'm going to go with what the majority of everybody wanted, and that's going to be a 16-inch complete upper. Then you're just going to have to go through the process of getting your lower in the lower half. So I'll let you deal with that. But once again, it's going to be another free giveaway. There'll be something that is put into each of my videos. I'm going to give you a little insight. There's going to be a secret word inside my videos. So it's going to, it's one way to kind of get you to watch the entire video and look for the secret word. And then you'll take that secret word and then you'll email me the secret word. It will change, but nothing about the giveaway changes. It's just to kind of see who's watching and when they're watching. So we're going to go, yeah. Yeah, Anthony Gonzalez says vote. That's the secret word. Yeah, that that there's gonna be a secret word for sure, and you'll see it within the videos like always. Um, yeah, hey John Speedway, what's going on, brother? And let's see. Rational routine. I don't know if you're asking me. I am from the Port St. Lucie area, and that I travel up and down the east coast of Florida primarily. You'll find me all the way up as far up as I've gone far north as upwards towards Daytona, Ormond Beach area, and I've gone all the way down to the south to South Beach, Miami. And we haven't made it to the Keys yet. I have been to the West Coast. I travel all around, so I just go fishing anywhere around the state of Florida. So I'm just kind of checking out, seeing what y'all are saying real quick. Yeah, good fam. Everybody's good fam here. Orlando's voice transparency. Everybody here is pretty good. Good thing is I don't have too many trolls. I have a few, not too many actually hop onto here, and I thank all my moderators for making sure that keep it civil. Every now and again somebody throws a joke in there, like I'm about due for a haircut, and when I cut my hair, everybody seems to like to say, "Hey, look, it's Obama." I don't mind some of the Obama jokes. It's fine. It is what it is. But it is what it is. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But once again, a lot of good stuff. I've got some open carry gathering stuff going on. Open carry by myself. Open carry at a camping gathering up in Denellen. That's coming up this weekend. We've got a complete upper that we're going to be giving away, and that's going to start hopefully by the end of August or before the end of August. I may make the video, but I won't put out that secret word until I can get Susan her firearm. Yeah. Anybody that does know where Denellen or let me see. Rambo Rob, if you can try to find that open carry, the Florida carry open carry camping event link from Facebook, and if you can post that up there and let people see that, and that way people, if you want to check out, like I said, I'm not 100% that the link from Facebook is 100% public. It could be a private link in Florida Carry. So if you're on Facebook, go to Florida Carry, type in Florida Carry, go to their Facebook. They have a Facebook chat or Facebook group, and I would, hey, join it, because that's where a lot of this stuff gets posted. It's not just what I do. It goes around the entire state of Florida. You're talking up in the Panhandle on the West Coast, in the middle parts of the state, up towards Jacksonville, down south in Miami. Miami, we've been pretty quiet about, mainly because of what's going on. We've got the lawsuit with Miami Beach is going through the processes right now. I just had a deposition. I won't talk about it, but I did have a deposition. It was very interesting, to say the least. It was a very interesting deposition. Things will come out when they come out. I want to talk about it and tell you all about what happened, but I really can't. But it was interesting, to say the least. But that's why we haven't been down in the Miami area and down in the South as actively as we have been up here. But so we've got the couple open carry stuff. Get on the Florida Carry on the Facebook. Go to floridacarry.org, the organizational page. We've got a complete upper. I've got some Moms Demand action. I've got So I've got at least 2 to 3 different videos that are going to be body cam and or videos that were there's a whole bunch of stuff that's mixed in with it, and that's what I would tell you. Those are all coming. I've got a lot of them coming out this week, so I will be telling you more. Anthony Gonzalez, it is Florida carry. Florida carry, not Florida open carry, not open carry Florida. It's Florida carry. It's their main page. It's I can't describe it any more than it's gonna say Florida carry on it, and that's gonna be the Facebook page. And once again, a lot of this, you're gonna meet a lot of what's going on here in Florida. They do a lot of talking about, gun laws, things of that nature on the page. It's a kind of, it's a social media talking group. They talk about holsters. They talk about whatever. It's anything kind of gun related, Florida related, or even nationally related. They talk about it all. So, and that's where you'll see me a lot. That's where a lot of the stuff. I do most all my videos directly off of YouTube, but then all the posting I do, a lot of that stuff is going through Facebook. I don't really do Twitter too much, and Reddit. Reddit, REDDIT. That's where a lot of this stuff gets posted. I'm kind of lazy about some things. I need to start doing more with Instagram. I used to have a pretty. Thank you, CB. Thanks for posting that open carry link. CB just posted it. Check it out. That way you can kind of get some information on it. Good night, John Speedway. And that's what that's where you're gonna see a lot of this. That's where you're gonna be able to see what's going on with Florida carry, because it may be in your neck of the woods, and I don't travel all the way up to Tampa every week, or a lot of these things are done once a month, twice a month, and through Florida carry you can actually see if you're in the Orlando area, there's an Orlando region. If you're in the Tampa area, there's a Tampa region. Up in the Panhandle, there's a Panhandle region. There's regions, there's a Tallahassee region. There's regions all over the state of Florida, and most of them all do at least once a month. I try to stay as active as I can. The baby, I'll tell you, it is hard. And I really don't try to bring her unless it's a group setting. If I'm by myself, I'm by myself, and that's what it's really about. I don't try to involve her, because I don't know what's going to happen with myself and being by myself. It could go good, it could go bad. I don't know. It's a coin toss. Noticeably with the groups, and when I post and I talk about what's happening, most of the gatherings that we do have are the police may show up, and it's usually, oh, everything going good, anybody bothering you, have a good day, and we'll see you later, and which is great. But not every day does somebody have the ability to go with a group, and that's why I advocate by myself a lot of times, or I try to bring a friend or two, and sometimes you get a different reaction. It's not that I want that reaction, and it's never about the police reaction, and if there is one, it's about how they react. I like positive reactions. I'd rather have a reaction of just calm and cordial, blah 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 blah. Oh, you're fishing, all right, and they sit in the parking lot or whatever, and they just sit there and watch. I'm okay with that. Sometimes that's not how it happens, and when that happens, I say there has to be accountability, and I've always said that it's about, I understand mistakes happen, but when mistakes happen and you're within an inch of your life, that's the scary part. And that's the part that I don't agree with. That's the part where I say there has to be some kind of accountability. Whether, what happened to us in Miami, that's that's why there's accountability happening. You know, Something has to be learned from all of it. And I accountability. That's all I can say. Yeah. Simulation 7 says PSLPD are scummy, and that was when he used to live here. They've gotten better, but I mean, you run into those bad ones, you run into those good ones. Um, Decipher says I'll be in Florida in March. All right, man. We can go have a revisit. We can go down to Melbourne Beach again. We can go anywhere you want, buddy. Thank you, Dizzy Bell. She says, or Dizzy Bell says, Soliaker, keep up the good work. Protect your Second Amendment. And I'm trying to help protect anybody. And I want to say thank you to CB. CB, you're always doing good things for me, brother, man. You do a lot, and I appreciate it, man. Hey, guys, give me one second. I gotta go grab my smokes real quick. Hold on. All right. Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, thank you, CB. You're always doing good work for me, man. And for a lot of that, I see that we've jumped up just to start talking about a little bit of what's going on. Is in February, we have a lot of good things happening. I've got an open carry that's happening here in Denellen on February 8th. Like the second and a half, third week of February, I have another open carry that I'm going to plan on doing by myself, just going out to some random place and just going fishing. That's coming up in the mid part, or the second and third week of February. I've got a lot of body cam footage coming out, a lot of good body cam footage, hopefully. I also have another giveaway. When I gave away the firearm in January, just over the last 2 months, I think I've grown almost 3,000 subscribers. So right now, I think I'm getting close to 18,000. So we're talking about 2,000 more subscribers, and I'll be giving away another firearm. So that could happen. It could happen in a week. It could happen in a month. It could happen. It can happen really quick. All it takes is one good video, and next thing you know, I'm at 20,000. So, and tell all your friends. Get them onto my channel. They may like it. They may not. Don't really care. Well, I do care. I always care. But some people, like, I've had friends of mine say, "Oh, I've sent my friends to you," and they just don't agree. And I'm like, not everybody agrees. So it is what it is, but I am trying to get out information. I am trying to let people know that it is their legal right, and there are places that I've talked to that they have specifically said, because of me, they feel that they can go out and do what I've done now, and they've done it. And they're like, the police showed up, and they were just like, "All right, you guys are fishing, have a good day." And I would say that to anybody, is that with all this knowledge that's been out there, with all these videos, with all the views, with all the stuff, the interactions and everything that's ever happened, it has brought an awareness to this law. And I'm not saying I've done it directly. I'm not behind all of it. Florida Carry is a huge part of this, but I'm one that has put these videos out for everybody to see in such mass quantities, so that people can understand the law, understand that it is something that is lawful, and they can do it themselves. It is a little unnerving sometimes, but it is what it is. You know, it can be unnerving, and even still today, it's not that it's scary. It's just you just don't know what's gonna happen. You never know. You know, and same thing with First Amendment audits. Like they don't know what's gonna happen. Could have a good interaction. They could have no interaction, or they could have a complete everybody in the world's coming there to friggin' see what somebody's doing with the camera. Like, all right. So, um, yeah, Dina. I'm sure. I think I saw her name pop up in there. So she's hanging out. Um, Checking out some of this chat real quick. Yeah, just trying to protect everyone's rights. Not just mine. It's everybody. If you want to express it the way I do, it's your right. Go out there, get a fishing license. If need be, get it. I mean, not. I believe if you're 65 and over, you don't need a fishing license, but you will have to have some way to prove that you're 65. So it's probably better just to give a fishing license, and that's just a way better way. Yeah, JC Steck says we pay for our own enslavement. And I don't agree with, like, I know why FWC has a fishing license and why it's mandatory, and it's for conservation. But once again, it's one of those things, man. It's like even the concealed weapons license, your driver's license, things of that nature. Um, you know, you have those. Some of those are already rights that you have, and you have to pay the government just to have them. The next one, I when I do go out by myself or with a friend or two, it's usually something I don't post, but I am working on another one, an open carry gathering down here in March. So I will definitely let people know about that one in March. That one's coming soon. But February, it's a lot more body cams, other types of videos that I've records requested. A couple open carry here and there. We've got a few good things coming. So there's always a bunch of good stuff. And now that Decipher says he's coming down in March, right? You're coming down to Decipher. You're coming down in March, right? So that's going to be another good one. So we've got an open carry gathering with Decipher again. And if you didn't know about the video, I believe it's down in Melbourne Beach. Just type in open carry Melbourne Beach, Soliac or something, and you'll see that video. And it was me, Rambo Rob, and Memory Decipher, and we went out and we started from one side, went to the beach, and before we could even get to the beach, the police showed up. And the officer, he didn't understand the law, or he didn't know about the law, or whatever the case may be. And we worked through the issues, but we had to deal with the issue before we were able to go fishing. So check out that video. That video is actually pretty. It was cool to have somebody from an open carry state, and then come down to see the dilemmas that we run across down here. And I mean, I've seen Decipher's open carry stuff. Walk around, Kroger, and everywhere else that he can open carry, and I've yet to see a police interaction. And once again, I guess that's what kind of happens whenever you have a legal right to open carry. And that would be the thing I would say to anybody is, we're dealing with what we deal with here in Florida. The law is so small, it's not expressed as much as it should be. But once again, it's only exceptions. you know, on your property, in your place of business, going fishing, hunting, camping, to going to a gun range, and I think there's like one other exception. If you work with firearms or you're a gunsmith or something to that effect, you're allowed to open carry. So I mean, it's not like you can just up and walk out and go open carry to the 7-Eleven. It just doesn't happen. That's not how Florida law works. So yeah. Yeah, Governor Scott used to, Veritas says, Governor Scott used to waive fishing license requirements ever so often. And Florida, if you go to FWC or you type in free fishing days, FWC, it'll give you, there's usually about, I think, 4 to 6 days a year that are free fishing days, free saltwater, free freshwater. And so those are ones to look for. That way, you know, it allows you to go out and open carry, you know, and JC Steck says constitutional carry. Oh, that's something I didn't mention. If you didn't know, the constitutional carry bill, or I believe it's the constitutional carry bill we have here in Florida, did make it to where they're, I believe, going to have a vote on it. The vote part is the part that is going to be hard to get through. They went and talked about it and it made it through. Now we have to really hope that it does pass. If it can pass, oh, it would be a godsend. It would be so, everything, even if it's just a handgun for now, like, so be it. Like allow the people to carry how they, I believe it's permitless carry. That's what they call it as. So it's awesome. If it keeps going on beyond this, and actually they get it, oh, it'd be amazing. But fingers crossed, high hopes. You know, we deal with the southern half of Florida is very Democrat and very against guns. So that's what I would tell you about the South. Like, when you go to the northern half or in the central part of Florida, most of them don't have really issues with guns. I mean, you know, they may not like all the open carry stuff, but they have a knowledge of it because it's more predominant, I would say, more up there or through those parts. But you start heading down to like Miami, Tampa, West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, a lot of these southern parts of these are just so Democratic, so heavily Democratic, that it's just an uphill battle, and that's who they're fighting against. You know, they're trying to create a law that allows people to have guns, and they're already trying to strip our rights and change the way our laws are written, and it's scary. And I believe it was House Bill 708 or 807 or something to that effect. Anyway, it's the concealed weapons permit bill, and I believe that one made it through as well. And you know, they kind of contradict each other because one's trying to take away the permit, and so one of these two bills could end up becoming law, and that's would be the scary part, is that some of the anti-gun bills did make it through where they will be taking a vote on. That's what I'll talk about on Friday. I unfortunately got out of work really late on Friday, but I will get all the bills that made it through the Senate or made it through to where they're gonna vote on them, and I'll have a list of all the ones that I'm happy for and I'm concerned about, and we'll talk about that on Friday. I'm not getting off here. I was just re-mentioning that because there were so many, and it's hard to keep up with all the numbers. So I'd rather have something that is all prepared, and that way I can really give you all the information all at once instead of me kind of jumbling around and not making much sense. But there were the permitless carry bill did get to the point where they're going to have a vote, and I believe the concealed weapons change made it to where they're going to have a vote. So two bills that are we definitely want to keep an eye on. I haven't heard too much about the assault weapons one. I'm hoping that one didn't make it. I didn't hear much about that one. So yeah, Veritas says he misses Kentucky. Once again, good congratulations to Kansas City for winning the Super Bowl. And that's awesome. It's pretty awesome for them to win something after 50 years. 50 years of being in there and hadn't been there since. So yeah, Simulation 7S. How did your election go? Did they have it yet? No, it ends here next month. I just got to turn in all my stuff, and hopefully I have enough signatures. And if not, life goes on, and I'll keep trying. It's never gonna stop. You know, that's one thing about all this is we need to have the right people in that position, and I will keep trying to make a difference and get people to start opening their eyes and making sure that they uphold their oath, the oath that they take. You know. Stanley Davidson, what do I carry? When I just everyday carry, I carry a Glock 23, 40 cal. I carry critical defense ammo. Never had any problems with either. The only time I've ever had any kind of malfunction is usually with range ammo, and usually it's either white. It's usually the Winchester white box. Not all the time. I've had probably maybe 3 or 4, but you know it's usually just when it's going to eject and the casing gets stuck. So sometimes I don't know, it happens, but every time I've ever shot any of my critical defense, and I've probably put at least over 150 rounds of my self-defense ammo through my firearm. I've never had one ever fail. So I have a huge faith behind the Hornady critical defense, and I'm you know I love Glocks. You know, I've shot Smith and Wessons, I've shot the Taurus, not the G2 but the G1. I've shot probably a handful of handguns, and you know, I've shot a 1911. I've shot that probably 5 times, and then I shot some guy had a really, really nice, like, it was just this like a $1,500, $1,700 friggin' handgun, all the bells and whistles on it. And I'll tell you, man, if I had $1,700 to drop on a firearm, a handgun like that, I would, just to have it. It was amazing. I can't remember. I want to say it was not a Daniel Defense. It was one of those companies that, you know, they take a 1911 or a Kimber or something, and they remove all the guts and they make it light, like just awesome triggers. I can't remember, but gun was bad to the bone. I got to shoot one mag, and I was just like, how much is this? And he's like, oh, with the red dot he had on it, he was like, it was $1,600. I'm like, yeah, seems like about a $1,600 gun. So I got a Gen 4, and it's a Gen 4. Gatlin Boulevard. Yes, they can. Yes, they can vote for me. They can sign a petition. They can sign it. That's right in my region. So they can definitely vote for me. Orlando Voice Transparency. I am also trying to run for state representative. I need 1,200. I think it was 1,200 signatures, verified signatures, to get on a ballot for the 2020 election. Um, yeah. And then Stanley Davidson's, what's your opinion on the G2? From what I've heard about it and all the reviews, they say they did a really, really good job kind of upgrading the firearm, which is amazing because for a right around sub $300, and it's pretty reliable. And I believe the company is actually based out of Miami, if I'm not mistaken. Taurus is out of Miami, and I believe Sky, SCCY, is based out of Daytona. And you know, I've fired the Sky once. Just not a big fan of the double action like that, but whatever. It's a good self-defense round for, once again, another like almost sub 250 for that hand, for almost both. If you don't have a lot of money and that's the only firearm you can obtain, that is a firearm that you want because it's something you can afford. What's up, J Love? Am I saying yes? Would it be best to have the best friggin' whatever, Glock, Kimber, whatever, you name the firearm that's your firearm? Yes. If you have the $700 for a SIG, go buy yourself a SIG. If you've got the $300, go get yourself a Taurus, or go get yourself whatever it is that you can afford. You know, but always try to find something that's reliable, and very reliable in that range that you can afford. That's what I would say. You know, I was able to get myself a Glock. I've had it for over 2 years, and it's still going to this day. So I love Glocks because they've been around for so long. They've got a great reliability, you know, for the most part. I mean, every company has its issues, but Glock has been around forever. And, you know, military, law enforcement, a lot of people have been using it. It's just something that is just reliable. Yeah. 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 Simulation says his first carry was a Smith & Wesson MP22 compact. And that's another thing I do, you know, even for me, like, to get my wife to actually go out and shoot, she'd rather shoot the 22 because of the noise and because of the recoil. If I can get her to shoot, it makes her more comfortable shooting. So whatever you got to do to get them to shoot, you know, if it has to be a 22, it is what it is. I mean, whatever gets them comfortable. Once they get comfortable, then they can move forward. Dan Carroll, limp wrist, and you know, something, and that could be a lot of it too, with shooting lower quality ammos. If you have a little bit, you know, limp wrist, it does seem to want to catch it, and I'm pretty good about keeping a not stiff wrist, but trying to really get behind it. But, you know, at the same time, it is what it is. Yeah, you know, and I'm not saying 22 is the best self-defense round that you can use, but it is an underestimated round. I mean, if it takes you to carry a 22 to make sure that you can put shots on target and you feel comfortable shooting, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Would I suggest something else? Absolutely. But if that's what it takes, that, you know, shoot a 22. If that's all you can really want to shoot and that's all you feel comfortable with, that's what you need to shoot. Because first you have to feel comfortable and get yourself the best rounds you can get for a 22. Yeah. Yeah. I don't ST tag. I can't say that on Facebook because or YouTube. They have like certain things you can and can't say. Most affordable 223 rifle 5.56. that I would recommend if you're really trying to go that route. And I'm not saying spending $400 is still a hefty chunk of change, but I would go to Palmetto State. I would go to Bear Creek Arsenal. Those are two places that you can get actually fairly good American-made rifles. All the bells and not all the bells and whistles, but you got, I believe most of the barrels there are cold forged, so it's going to be a fairly strong barrel. Everything else is probably going to be mil spec for about $400, $300. They have sales on a lot of stuff. What I will, if you can go to, if you can get into that $500 to $600 range, you can start looking into the Colts. You can start looking into some of the Smith and Wessons. If you're really, if you're trying to get something good and you don't mind it being used, I would suggest looking into, pawn shops. Pawn shops sometimes have really, really great deals on firearms, especially during holidays. That's where I picked up the M&P 1522, and I got that thing for like, I think it was just over $200, and it retailed for like 300 and change brand new, and I got it for 200, and the thing was brand new. It was basically brand new when I got it. So you can sometimes take your time and try to find that deal, but be ready to jump on it when you find something that is that good deal. But if you're looking for stuff in that 300, 400, I would go to Palmetto State and Bear Creek Arsenal. If you're looking for upwards of 500, look into like the Colts, look into the Smith and Wessons, and then if you're going to spend more than that, sometimes you can piece together a rifle a lot, I won't say cheaper, but you might be able to get a better lower receiver, because the things that you really want are your lower receiver to be good, your bolt carrier, and your barrel. Those are the three main ones. Your bolt carrier, that's what I would suggest spending most of your money, a good chunk of your money on. The bolt carrier and the barrel, and then the lower receivers, they do matter, but they don't matter. You want something that is built well, but you also don't need the most expensive lower assembly to get what you need. You really want to make sure your bolt carrier, the heart of the rifle is your bolt carrier and your barrel, because you obviously don't want a subpar barrel shooting, and if you're going to be shooting a lot, you don't want to have some kind of catastrophic malfunction or something stupid happening. So always try to get the strongest parts that you need, that are the main parts of what you're doing. Bolt carrier, barrel, and then I would say even your trigger, you can get away with mil-spec, but if you can spend an extra, put in $150, almost $200 into a trigger, like a Geisley trigger, and it's going to make your shooting a little bit faster as you get better at shooting, But mil-spec is great for most everybody, and then as you progress, you can always go and drop in a new trigger just like that, so that you already have a rifle. All you're doing is upgrading your trigger to a better trigger. The Smith & Wesson AR MP AR-15 is $519 with an optic. So, and that's what I would say. Like the M&Ps, they're amazing. They've been around forever. The Colts, same thing. They've been around forever. Those are awesome. We got a Bushwick for around 800. And you're going to be able to find so many ARs out there. It's about, I always say, what you can afford is what you can afford. So the more you can put into it, the better your rifle is going to be. I'm not saying that the Palmetto State Armory, rifles are going to be garbage, because they're not. I mean, you can type in Palmetto State Armory AR-15 reviews, and you will see hundreds of reviews, a lot of good, mostly good. You do have a couple bad. I believe their return policy or their customer service is phenomenal. If you do actually have issues, you talk with them, and they're really good about, fixing issues. So really try to do your homework, but those are a few great places to start. And then if you have more money, look into better rifles. But a lot of those places I've mentioned are a great way to start. Yeah. Karen Jensen says, I would love to tell you about my firearms, but I don't think that it would be smart to do so. But she has sidearms, long rifles, and shotguns. And I hope we're in a world right now that social media, at this point, they know I have firearms. There's no getting away from it. I mean, if things get, once again, if things actually get that bad here in Florida, I'll just leave. But hopefully it doesn't. We've got a lot of great things happening. We're about to hit about an hour, so I'm gonna wrap up with telling you a little about what's going to happen in this. Oh, sorry, I was reading the comment, but we've got a lot of good stuff coming up for February. I've got a couple open carry things happening. More could happen through whatever things happen, but I've definitely got a couple. I've got one that's coming up here in February 8th. I've got another one that's happening in the middle part of February. I've got another firearm giveaway, which is going to be amazing. Give me 1 second, man. Hold on. All right. Yeah. All right. We're gonna. Yeah. 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 Pigletine. Yeah. I saw his comment, but anyway, we're gonna come back to that. Remember his name, Pigletine, or whatever his name is. What up, Tampa Cop Watch? But like I said, we've got 2 open carries. I've got a lot of body cams that I'll be getting over the next week. Body cams, and I'm supposed to get some kind of video that was pertaining to the West Palm gathering that we had. I've got all that coming. I've got another firearm giveaway. That one's actually approaching pretty quick. I didn't think my channel would kind of gone through what it's gone through, but it's going to be a complete upper. I'm going to be giving that away when I hit 20,000 subscribers, so definitely be ready for that. That one's coming. Just to give you a little hint, inside, not my live feeds, but inside of my videos, there's going to be a hidden word, or or there's going to be a break in the video where I'm going to, hey, the secret word is blah blah blah. And what it's going to do is basically it's going to for everybody that sends me that sends me that secret word, it's going to be linked to a video, and then I'm going to know what video. When you email me the secret word, I'm going to know what video you watched, so I know what you watched. Plain and simple. But that's going to be coming out. So we've got the open carry, body cams, firearm giveaway. I believe there is one Moms Demand Action event that I may be going to. I've got some more of the politician, the meeting with Brian Mast. I still didn't get my question answered. So until I get my questions answered, I'll just keep going back. And I'm gonna pull that up actually while we still have a little bit of time. I'm not completely at an hour. There's another one February 19th in Fort Pierce. And there is no more in Stewart, from what I look at. February 14th, there is another meeting at a library in Fort Pierce, or Palm City, on the 14th of February. There's, ooh. All right, everybody, listen to this. February 5th, that's coming up, Port St. Lucie. I'll do a quick video on this tomorrow. It'll just be a video real quick about this. But it's February 5th at the Communities Connected for Kids. It's at 1860 Southwest Fountain View Boulevard, Suite 200. And the only thing that really that concerns me about this one is that it says it's a suite building, and I don't know if this is a public. It's a public event, which I shouldn't be shut down for it, but because it could be in a private business, they may be able to shut me down. But whatever. Jensen Beach, February 12th. It's going to be at a fire station. It's on the beach side in Jensen. If anybody's from the area, go over the bridge of the Jensen Beach Causeway. You make a left, and it's the fire station all the way down on the end. I believe that's the one. But I'll try to do videos, or I'll try to do little posts and let you know about them. And then there's some down in West Palm. I won't be going to the ones in West Palm. It's just, I'm trying not to make trips down there. But there are no more in West Palm. Yeah, no more in West Palm. They got some in Indiantown, but not in West Palm. But yeah, we've got more of these little political things with Brian Mast. So there's a lot of good stuff coming out for this month of March, or month of February. And then I've got other stuff coming out in the month of March. Memory Decipher, he said he will be coming down in March. So you'll probably see me, Memory Decipher, probably Rambo Rob again. And we'll be probably going to another part of Florida to go fishing. And we'll have a good time with it. But other than that, that's what's going on. And then back to cop watch is the secret word detained. That's not a bad idea, but no, it's not. I've got right now. I've got a few secret words that I'll be using. But anyway, pig Letine or Pig Letine or whatever his name is. He asked me if I was black or if I was Jewish, and once again, I am Mike. I'm Solo Yacker. I am Mike. I'm Solo Yacker. I'm not a color. I don't want to be labeled as a color. Don't care about color. If you actually knew who I was, like if you knew my family, if you knew where I've grown up, you've known me at all, I've never identified as anything. I try not to identify, and if I did, I would consider myself more white than I am black. Only because my entire family, and I'm not kidding when I say my entire family, I don't know my real dad, the dad I've called dad since I've been born. My dad that I call dad, he's always been my dad, and he will still be my dad, was there when I was born. He watched me being born. I have nothing but white people in my family. My dad's parents, they're half of them are from England, and the other half is from Texas. My mom's side of the family is pretty much Irish and Italian, and I just don't like the race stuff. Like it doesn't hurt my feelings. I've been called every name in every part of every book, and I don't care. You can say whatever, but I just don't. If you're gonna be stupid about shit like that, I don't want it. I don't care for it. You can, if you want to say it, I'm gonna look at you and I'll give you zero respect because that's how I look at it. And I just it's beyond me. It doesn't hurt my feelings. It doesn't. It does. I mean, the only thing it does is just it kind of just it goes to show ignorance is still out there, and I don't know why we've gone to that point. Let's get past race. Let's start, like Martin Luther King said, let's start judging people by the character or the content of their character and not by the color of their skin. I don't want that. There's no need for it. You know, I want to be known as a somewhat civil guy that fights for gun rights, that loves his country, loves fishing, loves his family, loves his viewers, loves the people. You know, I try to emulate non-violence and like even Moms Demand Action. I don't agree with them. I really don't like them. But I don't try to pick on them. I pick on their views of their gun rights. I don't pick on views of them as if they're black or white or handicapped or whatever. I go after them about their views on guns, and that's, you know what he has is his First Amendment. He can be like that and he can say those things. I mean, he might have been legitimately asking a question. I don't know. I just know that it was just I don't just, you know, you guys can look at me and you can make that own judgment. I try to just portray myself as a good hearted person that's not trying to do hurt. I'm not trying to be hurtful to people. I try to educate people about gun rights and what's going on, and express my views on what I think is right and what is wrong. You know, other than that, you know, people could be people. You know, I don't know. I just don't. I don't agree with it. But anyway, we got a lot of good stuff coming out in February. I will try to get a couple things out there so that you can see what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Rambo Rob, I don't know. He could have been, but you know, nobody. I mean, for the most part, nobody really asked that question. Nobody, like, who, like, why does it even matter? Like, what does it matter? You know, like, if he would have been like, oh, I don't know, I don't know. I just, it's just one of those weird things. It's like you don't need to bring race into something. You know. Same thing like with that lady that wrote something, you know, and so a few people were like, "Oh, that wasn't racist." I'm like, when she says "you people," you might want to be more specific, because "you people" does not sound like a really good thing to say. And then when you have another post about like she actually, I think she deleted most of those things that were all out there. So, man, thanks, Tampa Cop Watch. Tampa Cop Watch says, when I look at you, I see a dude who kayaks by himself and otherwise a cool guy. You know, and that's what I want to portray. I don't portray myself as anything other than this person that wants to give out knowledge. I'm going fishing on Tuesday, so guess what? I'm probably gonna get I'll probably get 300 or 400 views because I'm I'll be carrying, but I won't be open carrying. But I'm going fishing, and so you'll see a fishing video. You know, where I'm gonna be on a boat, so it's like I don't really need to open carry on a boat, but I can. It's my lawful right, but I probably won't have to. Yeah. Constitutional auditors have brass ones. Much respect from Veritas. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I'll come down to Fort Lauderdale. Maybe that's where I'll make my trip. I haven't really decided. I have an idea where I want to go, but maybe I'll come down to Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. Karen Jensen says, "You people is racist in a way." If you would have read, there's a video. It's like 3 or 4 videos down. You'll see it's this lady, blonde hair, white lady. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just saying she's a white lady, blonde hair, just so that you know what you'll see the description. So that way you're not thumbing through all of things looking for something. You'll see a white lady, blonde hair, and it says something about racist remarks. Well, I called her out, and you'll see them. You'll have more of the explanation of what happened. Yeah. 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 I mean, they weren't like I was at that MLK march, and I'm talking with the one guy, and we're talking about, and he's like, "Oh, the MLK," and he's like, "Oh, he was trying to say something about, judge a man not by the color of his skin," and I was like, "Yeah, I don't look at you as a black man." And I'm like talking to his buddy too. I'm like, "I don't look at you as a black man. I look at you as a person." And and he's like, "You know what I look at you as?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "I look at you as a black man." And I'm like, I don't want to be looked at as a black man. That's not going to make me a better man or a worse man. I want to be judged as the person as I am, not vice versa. Like, being judged as a white person, does that make me a better person? They're always, and you look at the political side of it, and they're always like, white privilege, white privilege. Well, do you think black people have privilege? I mean, if you really think about it, and I don't really talk about this too much, but if you look at it and you look at colleges, there are government funding and grants that are specifically designed towards black people, and and nobody else can get those except for that specific race, and I don't agree with it. It shouldn't be based on just because of the color of your skin, or it should be the grades. It should be about the grades that you got. That's how government. It should be based on essays, and that's what I did. I wrote numerous essays. I got great grades. I did all this stuff right, and that's how I got my grants. It wasn't, at least to my knowledge, it wasn't based off of race. So, and that's what I would say to anybody is, don't let it be based off race. Let it be based off your accomplishments of getting to that level, of pushing yourself to get those good grades. And that's what, there should be a benefit to you doing well, not just because you're black or white or Hispanic or whatever. So, yeah, I don't know if you can hear that. I've got this one neighbor, and every now and again, yeah, CB says, yeah, the black dude was racist to a black dude. Crazy. I've got a neighbor, and every now and again, he goes off on these tangents, and he'll play music, and I don't even know what time it is. It's 12:13 at night, and this guy is like jamming. His door's shut, and I can hear it. And like it's like Phantom of the Opera type shit. Like, I wish you guys could hear it. I guarantee, 100% police are showing up here, dude. Police will be here later. Maybe I'll go audit them. Todd, you can't hear it? Every now and again, dude. Alright. Alright, you guys are truly amazing. I love every one of you. Guys and girls, Dina, CB, I want to give you another special shout out, man. Thank you for that 10 spot, bro. And you do too much, man. I truly appreciate it, man. You're truly amazing. I've got a lot of great stuff coming out in February, so stay tuned. If you happen to know anybody that has, if you have a smaller channel, or or something's happened to you personally, and you want me to try to shed some light on it, send me the video. I'll check it out. If I can try to help shed some light on it, I will. Freddie, I'm sorry you just got on the back end of this, and I'm actually about to sign off. But we have a lot of good stuff coming out all month of February. I'm completely, I'm trying to stay as busy as I can. Last month was a good month. If I can stay busy like I did last month and just keep putting out good content that you want to see, that you're interested in, you will, once again, it's just going to help me get closer to that 20,000 to give away that complete upper. So tell your friends, tell all your good buddies. I will be doing videos for like the next probably at least few weeks. So, but all you, Veritas, Rambo Rob, Angel. I don't think Angel was here tonight. He might have been. I think he was. He was the one that I believe canceled Knucklehead. Tampa Cop Watch, Decipher, Orlando's Voice Transparency, Karen Jensen. Let's see. Texas GT. Dina, if I haven't already said it. And all of you. JC Stack, Simulation 7. So I'll definitely stay tuned. Next Friday, this coming Friday, it will be a later. It'll be probably like around 11 o'clock-ish, 11:30. I'll go live. I'll have a list of all the bills that went through that they're going to be making votes on. So we'll have that list for you, all that good stuff. And I thank you guys. Don't forget, hit that like, share, and that subscribe button, all that good stuff. And I'm going to say, Soliaker, deuces. Thank you.